Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Talking Backwards. I am Will. My co-host Josh is here.
You.
And I also have John.
Boy.
I think this is the first official Talking Backwards drunk
Yeah, we got
cast.
Ash.
Ashley's here. She's been featured in every episode so far as sort of an Easter egg for our podcast.
Jake can join the podcast too.
So,
Fuck you here with the lady.
First of all, guys, some very exciting news in the world of gaming yesterday.
What's that?
Have you guys heard of the Nintendo Switch yet?
Yeah, some guy at work was telling me about that. Yeah.
Oh, I am so excited. Have you guys seen pictures or anything yet?
I heard it was supposed to be a next-gen console that you could take with you.
That's exactly what it is.
That is insane. How could you do that? How could you take
It's a tablet.
that people that like the Xbox One that size, and then shrink it down to the size of a tablet? How have they been screwing us? That's crazy.
PS4 already does it.
Yeah.
Just been getting better at it, yeah.
PS4 already does it.
Yeah.
PS4, there's an app you can download if you have a Sony Xperia phone that lets you stream directly to your phone. And then the PlayStation 4 controller is Bluetooth. So you can connect the Bluetooth controller directly to your phone where you have a signal to the game where your PS4 is playing it and play it off your phone.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
So
That's really cool.
what the Nintendo Switch builds on this concept. And what the Nintendo Switch is a modular controller that it can click into itself and be a controller like this. Yeah. But then the system itself has a tablet.
Yeah. For the people that are listening to this, they can't see this, it sticks onto the sides.
Yeah, it sticks on the two pieces of the controller. They both sort of look like Wiimotes. With analog sticks. And they attach onto the tablet, and then you have a screen for it. And then with that screen, it streams from the system itself to the tablet. When you're not using the tablet...
You need to be in the vicinity of the actual console to use it?
No.
Okay.
Because you can run it over video streaming.
Okay.
Just like you can on the PS4 watch Twitch.
That is insane.
You can stream it out and it connects that way.
Yeah.
And then when you're not playing on the tablet sits in the console, and you pull the pieces of the controllers off and put it together, and you can play it off the TV.
That's pretty
Ash, you just hit them like...
There's Ash's Easter egg. Ding. Party foul. Podcast foul.
Alright, so what is
So
the big news in the world of gaming?
That's it. Yeah. Nintendo Switch is coming, and the Zelda trailer dropped, and the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer.
That I am very excited about.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been hitting at it for a while, but I mean, I just hope that they're able to build more of an online open world GTA.
Great realistic world.
Yeah, and in the Red Dead they had online like matchmaking and stuff like that, but I don't think there was an open world online mode type of thing. There could have been.
One of my favorite things about Red Dead Redemption
I think there
was like the background noises. Like you could just walk for hours listening to crickets chirping on a dirt road and like hear animals and little breezes.
That's how I felt about Skyrim. Yeah. And I'm pretty fucking excited
about
that the remaster.
The remaster's looking pretty decent, but like I don't know, man. Shame on them for selling the same game just like back out in your face. That should be a $10 game.
Honestly, it fucking sucks because they don't like. I'm just like, what? No,
guys.
But anyways, I'm pretty pissed that Xbox just made it non-backwards compatible.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like
because they knew that the Skyrim was gonna come out.
But not like that. But I mean, like not for the particular game, but just like all Xbox games in general. Like if they made fucking like you could play Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One.
They're slowly.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about making a remastered version. You know what I mean? Like you're playing the game. You know, everybody has an Xbox One now, or most of them. You know, and You can't play certain games.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But they do have. There's a free game every couple months in the marketplace.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good game on there right now. You should check it out. It's like a parkour based running game. It's not. It's like there's a huge the event. They call it the event, I guess. Whatever that happened. Basically, all humanity's wiped out. You start off. I only played a couple minutes into the game, but it was pretty good, man. Like you climb a bridge, you have to scale it and everything. You have a pistol, but there's no bullets, and you're trying to get back to your family. I think it's in New York because you're trying to cross one of the bridges connect, I guess.
Ooh, that sounds
one of the bridges in
intense.
New York, but
What's
it's
the
free
name
right
called?
now. It's I am alive.
I am alive.
Oh, I'm alive.
It's
I've
free
heard
right
of this
now.
one.
And I never heard about it, and I'm surprised I didn't.
I gotta
I
get a terabyte for my Xbox. Like literally have like no more space.
Yeah.
Like it's like
But 2
updates.
terabytes, only like $90. Like
Yeah.
100 maybe with tax and everything.
I know.
I know it's not $100 isn't easy to come by. I mean, but that's with that right there. I mean, I have over 100 games.
No, I
and
know.
It's not even in big titles. Halo 5 and GTA.
It doesn't take up that much.
Yeah,
space.
I mean 50, 60, 80 gigabyte games that are just sitting I don't even use. Oh, I can't imagine why somebody would need a 20, 50 terabyte. Unless they download
eventually,
all
dude.
kinds of stuff.
Eventually, that's how it's gonna be. You're gonna need one.
Yeah, they're gonna have 5 terabytes in a stick.
But the podcast today.
The podcast today. So, what I wanted to get into is games are getting way more realistic. But there's always these weird little caveats where you just can't portray real life correctly. So the first thing I wanted to ask you guys today is what sort of weird thing from a video game would you import into real life if you could? So, for example, our friend Adam, who will be on the podcast eventually, had the example of in Mortal Kombat or any fighting game, just juggling your opponent. As soon as you get him off the ground, they just float, as long as you just keep hitting them.
The physics of that would be cool.
Yeah. So imagine just even everyday use of that, you're just like, all right, I'm going to take a fucking nap, and you just do a little hop into the air, and then you can just float with a pillow and just sleep in 0G until you touch the ground again.
But would that really work like that?
No, because you'd be stuck without being able to move.
No.
You'd have to have somebody hit you.
Yeah, I don't
Yo,
understand
somebody's
how-
gonna have to keep punching you.
Yeah, right. You'd have
That's
to
the
have
shittiest
something
nap.
like underneath you, like a piston.
Alright, well, okay. So,
You have to be in a chamber. Like, how is that?
alright. So that's one reason why this would not work in real life.
Yeah.
I don't want to get punched over and over
Alright, so
while I'm trying to nap.
Who do you want to? What would you choose to bring to the real life? The real life, the real deal.
So in video games, usually your health problems can all be summed up by you're hungry.
Yeah.
So in Legend of Zelda, you can drink some milk and recover life. So that's just assuming when you bring it into the real life that, okay, I just got shot 6 times, stabbed 7, I just ate a grenade.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to do, but I did that.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to eat this hot dog. And
eat this piece of cheese.
yeah,
I'm gonna eat this piece of cheese.
It's gonna give me 60 life.
Yeah. It's radioactive. In Fallout, it's radioactive as fuck, but you don't have to worry about that.
No. That would be bomb though, because everything that we'd eat, you're invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are invincible.
Just be like, a man has entered the White House armed with backpacks full of snacks. He is ready to take on the army of the world.
All right. So yeah. So that also sucks because.
What about mine?
Huh? What's
What
yours?
about mine? I don't know.
Well, think of one.
I'm all right. I'm thinking.
Think of one. It'd also be nice. So, if you've ever driven a shitty car and didn't have money to fix it, it would be nice to just go into a place and say, "Hey, I gotta repaint my car," and then come out with your engine fixed, like in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And you get a sick new paint job, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
I'd like to take the shouts from Skyrim be able to have all the shouts. I mean, that'd be cool. You could shout a motherfucker. You could become
Who's
become ethereal. Nothing can harm you.
Yeah.
Go wicked fast.
But if you're Dragonborn, does that imply there are dragons?
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could.
And you're the
you
one
could
guy
take
who
that
can
one
fight them on a planet that you can't.
Well, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. So, you know, you gotta take care of a little
I'm just saying, it's a lot of dragons you gotta deal with.
You know,
I've
seen it in Rain of Fire.
That's true. That is a badass
That
movie.
is a badass
I was
movie.
watching it.
Yeah, that's a badass movie, but
I could
again,
not
none of us would
believe,
survive this.
Yeah, Gerard Butler was in that movie. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know he was in that movie until he became big after 300, and then I watched Rain of Fire, and I realized he was Christian Bale's best mate in the movie.
Oh, mate.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
The one that he dies, right?
I believe so. I believe
Because what is it? Matthew McConaughey's in that as a bald motherfucker.
Yeah, he's bald. And he comes in a tank, and they have a
Wicked
helicopter,
badass,
and they hunt dragons. Yeah, that's badass.
Wicked
They're
badass.
the Americans too. That's funny. It's like we're coming here to hunt these motherfuckers. We ain't running.
That was a good movie. I remember the game too. They had an Xbox game.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, shit.
I mean, for me, like maybe other people said it sucked, but I used, you know, you play games because you enjoy the movie or whatever. And you got to play as the dragons, or you could play as the humans. So like certain missions you had to play as the humans and it was tough, and then other missions you played as the dragons and it was just fun.
Yeah.
Taking shit out.
Dude, you know what's pretty fun? The Lord of the Rings games.
Those are awesome, actually.
I could not believe how much fun that was. And the Harry Potter games, I believe I played one of them, and that was pretty fun because it was like quest driven, and
Oh yeah.
and I mean it was kind of cool because you got to unlock different, magic powers and everything like that. Like I'm not even really big into that, but I remember renting it from I think Blockbuster. So
Which
that'll
one?
give you a
Fucking
timeline.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, that'll give you a timeline.
Which
right
one
there.
did you? Because I remember playing the one where, like you unlocked the fellowship members as the game went on, and you could pick like whoever you wanted to play.
I played the one where it was basically telling the story of the first movie.
Yeah,
Okay, I know
Fellowship.
exactly which one you're talking about.
Like I remember there was a part when you're in the mine, and they're fighting in that room, and they're knocking on the door. You know, like they're in the tomb.
They've got a cave.
Yeah, the Mines of Moria.
Yeah.
They've got a cave troll. You gotta play that.
That was badass.
Play it now.
I mean,
You got a cave troll.
so I would have to say. I mean, I would like to bring to reality the ability to be like the most badass motherfucker on earth. Like just those skills, like Sam Fisher's skills. You know, solid snake, big boss type of just like infiltrate and destroy without even knowing you're there, like type of stuff.
I would like the powers, and this is another game that's very on the DL. Actually, fuck, 2 games now.
All right. So we're gonna change gears a little bit because this just seems a little more fun. Question number 2. All right.
Still talking about my 2 games.
Right?
Yeah. No. We're about to do your 2 games. We're just gonna focus it differently. All right. What video game universe would you want powers from, or what video game universe would you want to live in? We'll get to that too.
All right. So, powers from?
PsyOps.
How'd you know?
Because we played that as kids.
Yeah, that game was the shit. All right, that was the best. All right, so that one, because you had telekinesis, pyrokinesis, like mind drain, freaking like all these crazy, like you threw like a wall of fire and shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in that game.
badass. What?
And you could pick up anything and throw it at anybody.
Yeah.
And then Advent Rising.
I don't know that one.
That one was an Xbox game, which kind of sucks because it was the same thing as PsyOps. Both games came out, got awesome reviews, awesome reviews, but then like something just happened. Like I guess they didn't make it on sales or something, and they couldn't make the part 2. Because both games ended with a cliffhanger. So like in the end of PsyOps, it was like you just had gotten like this orb thingy that was like wicked powerful, and then you're running off and everybody's chasing you, and then it ends. And then in the Advent Rising one, it's like you just took out like this crazy alien species, then got teleported to another freaking like dimension, and you're like in like this like other world with like that's all ice, and then like you're just walking, and then you like drop, and then something like comes up to you and takes you, and you don't know what it is, and that's how the game ends. And then they never made a part 2.
Yeah. Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, because they didn't have the money. But in Advent Rising, you had crazy ass powers. Like you could like there was like a power where like you like go up into the sky and you're like kind of like in a ball, like you go into like the fetal position, I guess, and then you like do like a nuke explosion.
Yeah. Wow.
That was pretty sick.
Shazam!
Shazam.
I don't know. That game was sick.
John, what video game universe would you want to live in?
Probably. That's a tough one. I mean, there's so many good ones. I mean,
Well, we can do more than one. Like, choose one that you'd want to live in.
all right, probably Elder Scrolls Online, living in Tamriel, chilling. That would be awesome. Just to be like, crazy warlock up in Tamriel.
It's funny you say that because earlier that was the first thing I thought of when you asked.
That's what I was hoping someone was gonna say.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just to walk around with a staff and just be like, just murk fucking bugs and stuff like that. Just gain XP like all day and just go to bed.
So, here's the thing though. How would we fare in that universe? Let's say we were transported there today.
In what universe?
How would you guys fare?
No, how would any of us fare if we were transported to Tamriel right now?
With or without the powers
on a real note, we'd probably be shitting bricks like, dude, is this real?
Yeah.
Is this real? And then we'd be like, alright, this is real.
Yeah, this is fucking definitely real.
Once we spoke to like the first Dunmar or whatever.
Yeah, right,
like,
dude. First dark elf I see, I'm fucking running. You fuck where I am.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Speed traveler.
Yeah, right. I don't want no fucking wares. Just leave me alone.
All right. So what's the first, John? What's the first thing you would do if we were transported to Tamriel right now and we're in like, what's the first thing you'd do?
Do I have the powers?
Let's say you're level 1 and you haven't
You're
learned
a
them yet.
Skyrim character.
Yeah, you're a traveler, man. You just got dropped off in an unfamiliar world. You don't even know your class.
Well, I would definitely start, mining some stuff, looking for materials, and then building maybe a little shelter, at least so I can go to town and trade, get money, and then probably go to one of the schools that they have set up, join one of the academies. And just have safety there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely.
And then boom, dragon destroys your city.
Then
guess what?
Well, guess what?
This is a bad place.
I'm the Dragonborn.
I didn't say that.
What's good? That's why I was transported there. So dragon comes, I fight the dragon and I win.
Yeah, he's born of dragon.
That's right. Got the blood coursing through my veins.
He speaks a Thum.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So, assuming you are, assuming that you're the god of this world.
Yeah, baby, in the back of like every fucking song. I was listening to a Biggie song the other day, and he's just in the back like Biggie, can't you see? And he's like, yeah, baby, come on, I'm like, this guy just got banked for doing that in like every song, like holy shit.
Yeah. Well, technically, I guess because he was a producer too.
Yeah.
So
That's why he made his money.
He did make the money from that, and then put his little lyrics in, just to be like,
yeah. All right,
what's another video game universe? I want you to think of some more too.
Honestly, Halo would be fucking epic, dude, because I would love to travel through space as a Spartan and just fuck things up and just like fight Covenant and Elites like just all day.
I got a cool theory. All right, not cool theory, cool thing to talk about. All right,
what?
2 of them. One of them could be, what 2 video game worlds would you want to put together and live in?
That's a good.
And if it would even work.
Okay, so, all right, so give me one. All right.
I guess Halo and Stargate SG-1.
It's not a video game. Well, it was a video
It
game.
was a video game. Nah, fuck. All right.
Mass
so-
Effect and Halo.
Mass Effect and Halo then.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess those, but
That's
those
kinda
go
like
like hand in
Destiny.
hand.
Yeah,
I
they
guess.
do.
They kind of
They
do
do.
because if you think about it, what were the Reavers? Reapers?
Yeah.
Reapers.
Reapers?
The Forerunners.
They just hang around for millions of years, wait for life to develop, and then devour it. That is what we are in the Halo universe to them.
Yeah.
So everything we have in the Halo universe is nothing compared to the power of the Reapers. Because the entire Halo universe is just their game.
Yeah.
Their way of eating. It's their farm.
What, like the flood or whatever?
Yeah.
What are they called?
The flood was actually the flood was
That's an ancient disease. Or some
was an
shit.
ancient disease that was given and then went out of control, and then they created the Halos to
They
destroy
did
the
that
flood.
to control a race or some shit. They created the flood
Yeah,
to fight something and
to
they couldn't
fight
control
something,
it
yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Fuck, we gotta
The
get
grunts are actually a pretty cool backstory.
Do they?
Yeah, there was a grunt revolution. They had a revolution because the way they were treated, they didn't have any rights or any say in like the council,
like the alien
of-
council.
Yeah, they didn't have any say toward the political processes or anything like that. So they had a revolution, and they put up a good fight because there was just so many of them. They breed like ridiculously fast that they were actually able to fight off the Covenant for a while. Yeah, but they eventually, I think, either lost or signed a treaty, and that gave them rights.
That's interesting.
That's cool. Same with the elites too. Like the elites have some crazy backstory too. Forgot what it
Yeah,
was.
they're all different races, man.
Yeah, they all have some crazy backstory.
Yeah. Alright, I would probably have to combine Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption and Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot
Yeah.
and what?
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
Okay, so how is this happening?
I feel like that'd be like Tarzan in a way.
I feel like
You know?
everything would be really happy but western.
Yeah, exactly. Just big floating boxes everywhere.
And then him just like shooting.
Yeah,
like-
exactly, yeah. You know?
And then he'd fall off like a cliff and just get pissed and throw his controller at the freaking wall and have to do it again.
Yeah.
That game was awesome though.
Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Red Dead.
I still haven't beat it.
I feel you, dude.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Like,
I hear that John Marston dies at the end, so I haven't been playing it because I don't want to see that shit.
no, but I hear you. There's certain games like that I like absolutely like love, but like never like actually beaten it because of time and just shit. But like you still like greatly appreciate the game.
Yeah. I like that with a lot of things nowadays. I'm just way too busy.
Brother, if you guys could be I'm kind of way off topic, I guess. Like if you could have like oh shit. I was gonna say like mutant powers, but like I don't know if you have what you would apply to the game. Like the gaming universe, like if you had powers and can go to any game universe. Like,
What power would you pick and what would you go to?
Yeah.
So Will, what power would you pick and what would you go to?
See, I'm torn between choosing the universes that I love and the ones that I know are better for my well-being.
you could pick like crazy powers and then go somewhere and do a lot of good.
Because each one I feel like is presented in a way that shows the best of it and not the worst. So, for example, let's say the Pokemon universe. I would love to carry around a bunch of animals all the time. I probably wouldn't be a Pokemon trainer because I don't want to make my two cats fight. Like, so why would I want to do that with these animals?
You'd be like that hippie guy that's in the Pokemon world, just like has a shitload of Pokemon.
I just live in a tent with a Charmander to keep me warm.
Yeah.
And
We're like, Pokeballs are murder.
And on top of that,
what powers
governments,
do you have, though?
well, in the Pokemon universe, you don't really have a power. The animals are the power.
Yeah, you have to pick a power.
Yeah, so what would your power be going into the Pokemon world?
Oh, boy.
Money.
Can I take one from real life?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
I want the powers of Steve Irwin
Powers of Steve Irwin.
and the Pokemon.
Dude, that'd be awesome because you'd have the balls of fucking steel,
like
rock, plutonium, like whatever the hell.
Steve
With the wild jaws on. He's very angry.
Steve Irwin would have
Ash,
a Pokemon.
you're putting input? Alright.
I've always wanted to be Matilda.
You've always wanted to be Matilda.
Yeah.
In what universe? You have to pick a universe now.
Yeah, pick a video game universe to be someone with psychic powers
in what universe?
No, it's too tough. I want to be in real life so bad.
Yeah, well, you could be. It's technically real life.
Alright, so that's your universe then.
Alright, yep. There you go. John, did you do one?
I don't know.
What power would I bring in to the Pokemon universe?
You picked Steve Irwin.
Yeah, powers of
I did.
Irwin.
Yeah. So I'd be, I would beast through the Pokemon
you
League.
can't back out on Steve Irwin.
No, I would beast through the. Hell no, I'd beast through the Pokemon League
I would want the powers
like that.
of,
I would
John
be the guy who
Rambo.
owns the Safari Zone.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to be John Rambo.
What's that from?
Shut your mouth. Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, I'd want to be John Rambo in Sylvester Stallone Rocky in Rocky's universe. There's never a fist fight. It's just a gun battle in the ring.
This fucking comes in with the gun.
Yeah, right.
Stabs his
Then
dude.
he just like rips his gloves off and then just fucking like starts throat chopping him.
Oh my god.
I would play that video game. I would play that video game that took all of Sylvester, all of his movie roles, and it's just a fighting game where all of those different characters fight.
That'd be awesome.
The Sylvester Stallone multiverse for all.
Would you rather fight Chuck Norris or nuke Russia?
Aw, man. I don't want to nuke anybody, so I guess I have to fight Chuck Norris. Fuck nukes. Nukes are cool, honestly, but what they're used for, and the destruction that they do, it's pretty bad.
It really is.
Like, it's crazy how you get nuclear energy and then you get nukes. Like, fucking boom. And it's all the same shit.
Yeah, it's just a different way of channeling that energy.
Yeah. It's cool.
What do they do? They explode an atom?
Yeah, they split an atom and then it creates like I thought that process is called fission. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then through the fission, it just creates this enormous amount of energy.
Then fusion, right, is when you combine atoms?
Yeah, and fusion I think gives off more, right?
Fusion gives us more energy on the outer end than you put in, but it's a process called cold fusion that has to be at some very, very extremely low temperatures that we haven't found a way to sustainably do yet.
Yeah, plus it's, I guess, dangerous from what I heard.
Because we don't know really what we're messing with yet.
When you do the fusion, I don't know if I'm getting this right for all the science people out there, but I think when you do the fusion, you're like adding so many electrons or some shit where it's like it's getting unstable.
Yeah.
Like you can create very unstable molecules or whatever from the fusion. And then like that's why it's dangerous because then you like you just made some shit or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
We are so off track.
Yeah, we are off track, but it's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so get back on track. I got one.
America.
What video game or movie universe would just feasibly not work in reality at all? Like, you'd be playing it out in real life how it is in the game or in the movie, and it just would just not work at all. Like, just everybody, it just, you know what I mean? Things would just not work.
All right. Well, definitely Jason or Freddy. The military would be like, this motherfucker has killed 30 people. We are going after him. Where the fuck is this lake?
Run him over with a tank.
Yeah, furiously.
Where the fuck is this lake?
Alright, so that's a good one.
And honestly, I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon universe.
Pokemon universe.
There are Pokemon that you can catch that literally created the universe in this game. So a 10-year-old can literally hold the power to destroy and create all beings, all material things.
Yeah.
And on top of that, where the fuck is the government when all these fucking terrorist groups are taking buildings and stealing people's pets? It's literally a 10-year-old who goes around and stops various 9/11s from happening.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Ash, catch him.
Yeah.
It's bad. It technically, I think, qualifies as a dystopia because there's no government, there's no law, there's no police effective.
Damn, I can't even think of anyone. I'm like on the spot right now and I can't think of one.
Someone.
Do you think vampires could work in real life? Like, let's say, you know, From Dusk to Dawn. Vampire movie.
I think
Or Dracula.
I think vampires could work because if the vampires were real, they would be infecting. It would spread. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like one guy would harvest, next guy would. You know what I mean? Depending on which vampires, you're right, because whether they kill them or they turn them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or some of them that you just get bit and then you turn.
That's
some of them
up,
they kill you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that we would discover them.
Well,
and then if there was a war though between them. Between humans and vampires, like some Blade type of stuff.
The Lycans.
Yeah. Yeah, the Underworld, man. Come on.
Dude, honestly, it's Blade and Underworld together.
I don't know how you can handle that.
I don't know.
Dude, Blade and Underworld?
They gotta get on that.
Dude, Blade would just come in and just fuck everybody. He'd be like, is that Will? Alright, I'm coming for you.
All of you gotta go.
I've been coming for you.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Right? Dude, that would be so epic though. Imagine seeing that, like, the Lycans are fighting with the vampires, right? They're going at it. And then all of a sudden you just see the black Chevy pull up, you know? He's like, oh, what is that? And fucking Blade steps out, man. Like, come on. That would be so epic.
Batman.
I would be terrified of the Batman universe.
Would Batman work in real life?
Well, I mean, apparently in the news today, these days, we have creepy clowns coming out of the fucking framework, and now there's a guy somewhere dressing up as Batman, beating the shit out of them and recording it on camera.
Oh,
so shit. Apparently, yeah, Batman can fucking work.
He ain't even rich. I know, dude. I don't know what this world is.
I just realized what happened. In the 1960s, we had Star Trek. That was the major fan thing at the time. It's what was in the back of our minds. So through all that time, we got cell phones. We've got the internet. All of these flat TVs, tablets, all these technologies come from fucking Star Trek. And now we've advanced to the point where all the people who created the things from Star Trek were looping again, and the new Star Trek is superhero things. Let's get in the world. So now the influence of the world is going to be superhero movies, and we're going to start having people thinking, yeah, maybe I could be a fucking supervillain.
You know?
Just a thought.
Oh, yeah. Or there's some people that think they can change the world.
Choking on a Jolly Rancher. Alright. Anyone who wants to follow the podcast can follow us at Talking Backwards on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at talk_back_pod. That will change soon. It's obnoxious, I know.
Hey, it's all good.
Josh, do you have anything you want to add? Like any plugs, anything like that? You can also view the podcast on Josh's site, which is Sunlit.
It's still in the works. So
yeah.
Because it's for free, I'm hosting it off Wix.com.
Okay.
It's sunlitaudio.wixsite.com/sunlitaudio.
Yeah, and it looks great.
Thank you.
Like the assets you get with Wix are incredible. It looks awesome.
There's all free shit that they like let you use, and I literally used a bunch of free shit. Uploaded like a few of my pictures. That's it, and that was it.
Awesome. So, John, do you have any shout-outs? Anything you want to say tonight? John is a professional cat.
I do birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, and just weddings. Anything. I think I already said weddings. I'm not sure about that. I just do everything.
What do you do at these events?
People who just don't want to handle the responsibility of an actual cat. They hire me, and I go in costume and I pretend to be their cat.
Oh, are we allowed?
It's actually a really good job.
It is. I mean, it's very fulfilling. I mean, I go home at the end of every day. I use my litter box, and I just know that I did
good for it. You lick yourself clean and then read a book.
Sometimes I read too.
Oh my god.
I read. That's why I wear these glasses. I don't have glasses.
For the record, he has no glasses.
For the folks at home on the radio.
By the way, this is AM. Right? We're on AM frequency. Tune in on 90.9. Actually, that's FM. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like tune in on 4.2.
Yeah, there's no point on AM. It's just like 1098.
You what the hell? Yeah. Tune into 1469. Like
1490 WPR6.
600 ID.
That's all those low, hushed NPR type podcast radio stations. Like, hello, this is Ethan, and this is the Oprah Book Hour.
Yeah.
The only way you talk this low, you got a $7,000 mic.
Yeah, right.
It's got this amazing dynamic.
I am standing 10 feet away.
We'll have that someday. So, this is a really long exit, but good day, everyone. You can check us out on SoundCloud too.
Yeah, I just want to get this in. Johnny Yuma 710 Studios.
Yeah.
JONNYYUMA 710 Studios.
And
that's at YouTube. Go to YouTube, just put that in the search box. Check it out. Got a couple game, voiceovers, and I got a couple funny videos. So
he's got some funny ass videos.
Check it out if you wanna.
Oh yeah.
John and I think alike. A lot of accents, a lot of good stuff. Brother!
And
I was like, you need to roll that to next week.
Got the practice in fun.
Who brought the pigeon in here?
Wait, this isn't an asset. I can do this. I can't do it with a mouthful of Jolly Rancher.
I don't know if I can do it. Imagine if that was like the real Chinese water torture. Just some dude standing in your cell like.
Well, now people are gonna start thinking we're trying to I'm trying to torture someone in the background. Throw in the sound of someone screaming.
Yeah.
God take it!
Can't take it anymore. No more. Alright, yeah, this podcast was brought to you by cats. I'm a professional one, like I said, and they're cool pets.
This is the second podcast. Ash said cats on the last one.
Cats are cool.
Cats are cool. Cats! All four at once. 1, 2, 3. Cats! Good night, everybody!
Good night.
Good night.
No,
I can't, it's too small.